Good morning. I just want to welcome you all to this event this morning. Your students have been working extremely hard to bring this all together, and we're very proud of them. I want to start by saying that this has been a very rewarding process, bringing this all together for the staff and the students here and bringing the message of distracted, intoxicated driving and how important it is to make the right decisions for not only yourself, but how much it impacts everybody in your community and your family, your friends, and can affect you for the rest of your life. These students, I think, have gotten that message, and we're hoping that the entire student body gets the message as well. I want to start by introducing a special speaker, Ms. Wisniewski. She is going to come up and speak to you about how this an event in her life has impacted her family, and share that story with you guys all.
Hello, Rangeview High School. My name is Kim Wisniewski, and I'm here to speak to you about an event that changed my family many years ago. Just 2 weeks after celebrating our parents' 25th anniversary, my brother was out, had a few drinks, and chose to drive. He was racing another car down Alameda, not wearing a seatbelt, rolled the car, was ejected and killed. I'll never forget the 6 a.m. knock on our door with 2 officers coming to tell us the news. At first, I didn't want to go on. I had suddenly become an only child, and I hated the thought of it. But I realized that my family needed me, especially my brother's 4-year-old daughter. Thankfully, no one else was harmed in the accident, but there still was a lot of pain and sadness for all of us who were left behind. It was difficult watching my parents struggle through the loss of a child. No father should ever have to identify his son or daughter at the morgue. There is a picture of my brother and I, and this was the last time that we would see him alive. At every holiday or special event in our lives, there is a void, including my college graduation without my brother, my wedding day without my brother, the birth of our children and them growing up without their uncle, and my niece growing up without her dad. It took a long time to heal from this loss, and it still sometimes hits me out of the blue when I hear a song or see something that reminds me of him, of Shane. Yes, our son Shane Wisniewski, who many of you here at Rangeview know, he's named in honor of my brother. We keep his memory alive by celebrating little things and sharing stories about him, and often our holidays include a celebration at the cemetery, not like most birthday or holiday celebrations. Our family was definitely forever changed on October 14th, 1989, when Shane made the choice to drink and drive. We all seem to think we're invincible. Something like this will never happen to me or my family. And I'm sure my brother probably thought he was fine to drive that night. And who knows, if he had a seatbelt on, he might have survived. Don't make these same mistakes. Think before you do something that might leave a void in your family too. You are a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, a friend, a current or future aunt or uncle. You are someone special. In our family, every time we part ways, even if it's just to go to work or school for the day, we always hug or kiss goodbye and say, "I love you." We know from experience that you just never know when it might be that last chance you have for that goodbye, and I love you. Now, some of you may not be listening or care about my story, but if sharing my experience with you makes even a few of you make the right choices, it's well worth my time here with you today. If you're thinking about drinking on prom night or any other time, do it at your final destination. It's not worth making a casket your final destination. And finally, I'd like to leave you with the words I always say to my kids every time they walk out the door. Be safe. I love you, Kasha.
Thank you very much, Ms. Wisniewski, for sharing that. I'd also like to now bring up Ms. Summers, who is going to share her story about her son.
Tristan James Summers came into the world with a good sense of humor. Bright-eyed, observant, a little stubborn, interested in people and the world around him, tender-hearted and compassionate. Participating in family traditions mattered a great deal to Tristan. No one comes into the Summers family without picking up a golf club, and Tristan proved to be a good stick, just like his dad and his grandpa. He's watching a golf shot right there. Singing, service to others, and working the Mennonite quilt sale and auction every fall in the Arkansas Valley of Colorado all mattered. Greek Easter, Christmas caroling, and celebrating birthdays and holidays with pie weren't to be missed. From a very early age, Tristan was a voracious reader of nonfiction and reference material. He had a keen interest in wildlife and every sort of critter. He was a self-taught birder who taught me to be a birder. Inspired by his middle school science teacher, Mr. Murrell, Tristan developed a real passion for marine life, especially tropical fish. True to form, he pursued and amassed an amazing depth of knowledge about these animals. Tristan was a good traveler with a genuine interest in the world. On road trips, he was a first-rate navigator and a most excellent DJ. Our version of carpool karaoke covered everything from musical theater to Pink Floyd and Queen, to Zach Brown and Dierks Bentley, to Tchaikovsky, Handel, and Gershwin. Tristan wanted to study marine biology and environmental science in college. He was particularly interested in research related to coral reef ecosystems and sharks. He wanted a career that would combine his love of wildlife and travel and use his passion to teach others and conserve these important resources. So very much is lost when such a one as this has gone too soon. From a picture book we read together over and over again. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be.
Well, that was extremely moving, and I'm finding myself tearing up because that last thing was a book I read to my children when they were little as well. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Ms. Summers. Now I'd like to invite Ms. Dixon up to share her story about her son as well.
Good morning. My son is Rayvon Isaiah Fisher. He was a great son. I was a very proud mother. He's always made me very proud, never gave me any issues or any problems besides just being a loving kid. He was a great brother of six other brothers, and they loved him dearly. He also has one sister. He was an awesome nephew. His uncles always loved him and was very proud of him. He also was a very good uncle of many, and they all loved him. I remember every time they come over, they always wanted to stay in Rayvon's room. Can we go to Rayvon's room? And they always sat in his room with him. And he had many, many cousins, and he will be missed dearly by many people. Rayvon was a very outgoing, funny guy, and he loved life. He always has since he was very young. He took on everything. Always loved girls. I can remember just every time we were somewhere, he was just looking at it as a little bitty kid, just, Mom, look, Mom, look, Mom, look at the girls, and he would go and kiss us all the time. And I used to be like, this boy, okay. He was going to be starting CSU this fall, and he was majoring in criminology and drama and honor theater, actually. And I used to be like, theater. I used to ask, theater? You want to major in theater? But you know what, as I thought about it, and he's always the life of everything, and he just loved to make people laugh, and he's always the one who seen the good in everybody. always defending people who didn't look fond of other kids or the less fortunate. I work in special ed, and he always was around those special children, and he loved them, and he always defended them. And I know that his memory will be kept alive by all who are around him. My heart will always be missing a part of it. But his spirit would always be around, because I know that as long as all his friends and his loved ones keep his memory alive, that his spirit will be alive in all of us. I will miss his beautiful smile. That's the one thing that I will always remember, is his smile. He was such a humble person. And he loved to walk people. He just loved life. And he loved to be around all peoples of all walks of life. He never judged anybody. And he always gave people another chance. Even when I felt like they didn't deserve it, he always gave people another chance just to be in his life. Rayvon was a very well-rounded young man, and he had a good head on his shoulders. He loved the Lord, and I know he knew he could do anything. So he never was scared to try something new. His biggest competition was himself, and he would try things just to prove to himself that he could do it. So I know that he got his wings, and he's trying them out, and he's trying new things with them, and he see what he can do with them, and he will do amazing things with those wings. So until we see him again, I love you, and just keep me and my family in your prayers.
Thank you very much. I'd like to bring up some students who wrote some very meaningful things last night when we were all together about what they would miss if they were gone.
I want to first and foremost tell you that I love you. Also, that absolutely none of this was your fault. Just know that I'm not really gone. I live on through your thoughts, memories, wishes, and prayers. Wherever I end up, I know that I will always miss the little things. Mom, how you would come into my room even just for a hug and to tell me that you loved me. How Lizzie would hang out in my room for hours when she knew I had homework. How I'd share everything I experienced with my closest friends, not leaving out a single detail. I'm sorry that I asked for so much and made you stressed when I did everything so last minute. I'm sorry that I would leave the house to go without telling everyone that I loved them and goodbye. I'm sorry that I had to leave your lives this way. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you every single thing that happened in my life and that you are now left wondering about. I don't know how I can be without you, and it's like now I'm forced to try. Thank you for never failing to support me, and thank you for always trying to give me everything I wanted. Although it ended so soon, I am able to say that everybody in my life made it spectacular and made it something that I wouldn't change for the world. I want my memory to give you a good feeling, so please know that I do not hold a grudge over anything or anyone, and remember me with a smile. To my sister, hey, you're the big sister now. You have to be strong for Mom, okay? I have no idea how this is going to impact anyone, and you're the only one I know who will get through this. I'm sorry we spent so little time together. I wish I could have been a better big sister. I know you can do better than me. Please hug everyone for me and laugh and smile when you think of me. I never want to be the reason you frown. You were my built-in best friend, and I know this is hard for you, but you of all people can do this. I will live on through you, so please, I pray you will live the greatest life and the fullest life. I love you so much, Sissy. Please never forget that.
Next, I want to bring up Donovan to read her story.
Dear Mom, Dad, and Ian, not once did I ever think I'd be in this position. I can't even imagine how you guys must feel. I'm distraught that I won't see you guys every day. Now I know. Now I understand why you're so hard on me to make the right decisions. I miss everything about our family. I miss you. I miss Dad. I miss Ian, even our dogs, Macy and Jack. I miss coming home to Ian, sitting on the couch and watching wrestling. I miss hearing Dad sing musicals while in the bathtub. I miss you yelling at me for stealing your shoes and how once again my room fails to be clean. It's little things I know, but it's those I've come to cherish the most. We'll never have another family dinner at the Piper or Papado. No more Sunday movie days. No more fall break cruises. No more holidays. I have this heavy weight on my shoulders. I can't help but think that I've let you down. Letting you down by not saying I love you as I walked out the door. By not telling you how much I appreciate you and how much you guys mean to me. But most of all, letting you down by leaving you too soon. I ask that you remember the good times and live on my memory. Watch Jersey Shore for me. Go on family vacations for me and enjoy life for me. I'll always be with you. I love you. Love, Donovan.
Thank you, Donovan. I'd also like to bring up Tristan to read his story.
Dear Mama, thinking about losing your only son and child, the center of your world, is something I can't even imagine. I thought I could think about it, and I can't. I miss sitting in the car, talking about life, spending time, but most of all, I miss having that person in my life who was there for me and loved me, even when I didn't love myself. My best friend today, I didn't struggle with not being connected. I struggled with the fact that not knowing how you were doing, not knowing if you were okay. I wanted to just be there. I wanted someone to know that you just... Most of all, what I'm gonna miss the most is not being able to be your son anymore. I love you, Tristan.
I must say I'm very proud of all of these guys for being so brave to share these feelings and emotions in front of the entire school. I'd like to ask Taylor to come up to read a poem.
Every 15 minutes, someone in the United States dies in an alcohol-related traffic crash. Today, I died. I can't believe I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. I will never again see the light of day. Why was I the one to pay? I wasn't drunk and I hadn't been drinking, but the guy driving wasn't thinking. My friends' sweet faces I'll never see, and now they have to say goodbye to me. My family's tender love will I never again feel. My hopes and dreams he had to steal. My life is over. I don't get another. The sad thing is, the one who killed me was my brother.
So that is the conclusion of our presentation, but I want to take the time to thank everyone here at the school for being so supportive of this program and allowing us to bring this message to you all. I'd also like to thank the City of Aurora, the Aurora Police Department, the Aurora Fire Rescue, the Falk Ambulance Service, the Medical Center of Aurora South, Arapahoe County Coroner's Office, Aurora Public Schools, Rangeview High School, Denver Metro Teen Drivers, Health One Air Life, M&M Towing, Farmers Insurance, Chick-fil-A, Aurora for Youth, Aurora Channel 8, and Colorado Department of Transportation. Every single one of these agencies played a huge part in bringing this together, and we could not have pulled it off without their support. We appreciate everyone's involvement in this, and we thank you all for being so supportive. Thank you.